All right, it's time to start looking at volume of some cylinders. We started talking about volume of three-dimensional figures, and those three-dimensional figures were rectangular prisms and triangular prisms. And we said the area of the base was part of the formula, and then the height of the prism was the other part of the formula. So to find the volume of a three-dimensional figure, we said you had to find the area of the base and multiply that by the height. In this case, the bases are all circles. That's why we spent that time working on circles, because we have to find the area of the circle. So to find the area of a circle, we use the circle area formula and multiply that by the height of the cylinder, which goes from circle to circle. Mrs. Dawson's got two samples for you here. There are two different ones. One of them, you're given the radius and the height stands straight up and down. That's pretty basic. The other one, you're given a diameter instead. See, this line goes all the way across. Diameter is 12.4. So to find that radius, we're going to have to do a little bit of work. And then the height goes from circle to circle. Well, the height is actually across because the cylinder is laying down. So we'll walk through these two and we'll see how it goes. She's going to start with the one at the top here. 8 inches is the radius. Alrighty, that's good. And 20 inches is the height, because the height goes from circle to circle. Okay? So to find the volume of any three-dimensional figure, of any prism, you're going to do the area of the base, the capital B, times the height of the prism. In this case, this base is a circle. So because this base is a circle, we're going to use the circle formula for area, which would be pi times radius squared. So she replaced the big B, the capital base, with the area formula for the base of the circle. And we'll put some numbers in. The radius is 8. Don't forget to square that. And the height is 20. So she'll do some simple multiplication here. Pi is 3.14. 8 squared is 64. And the height is 20. Multiply it all out. And notice she uses approximate because anytime you use the 314 for pi, you're getting an approximate. 4021.2 is your multiplication of 3.14 times 64 times 20. And we'll label it inches cubed. Volume is always a cubic measurement. Okay? And here's number 2. Here's its diameter. Diameter is 12.4. So she's going to cut it in half to find the radius. And that radius is 6.2. Remember, you always need radius in the circle area formula. And his height goes between circle to circle. This height is across this figure because it's laying down. The cylinder's can, if you want to call it a can, is laying down. So area of the base, which will be a circle, pi times radius squared, times the height of the cylinder. We're never going to use this 12.4 in the formula because the radius is 6.2. Don't forget to square that. And the height's 13.3. Replace pi with 3.14. Multiply it all out. And there's your answer. Now, when you multiply this out, you might not get 1605.3, but the question at the top said round to the nearest tenth. So after she did all this multiplication, 3.14, 6.2 squared, and 13.3, she rounded to the nearest tenth place. Same up here. She rounded to the nearest tenth place up here. It all depends on what the question is asking you. Sometimes it'll say tenth, sometimes it'll say hundredth. Sometimes they'll say use 3.14 and get the exact. You just have to make sure you read the question and decide what you're going to round to. That's how you find the volume of a cylinder. Got some practice for you. Have a good day.